We're learning that the blast suspect reportedly visited a place of worship shortly after this incident. We'll go over to our reporters to get you more details. But the NIA, as we speak, is now questioning one more person. They're probing if the prime suspect met anyone or received any logistical support before he left Bengaluru. Okay, let's go over to our colleague Harish Upadhyay to get more context on this. Harish, obviously, take us through what the NIA is investigating right now in terms of this place of worship and specifically the person that they are questioning. But also, Harish, if you could tell our audiences, just in terms of kilometers, the kind of distance travelled by the prime suspect from the Rameshwaram cafe into the bus, into this place of worship, perhaps outside the city. Just convey that to us in distances too, please, so we can understand.
Well, Rameshwaram Cafe is in Kundalalli. This place of worship is roughly around 4 or 5 kilometers from there. He's taken multiple buses is what we understand. He's seen near this place of worship. This is where he's changed his attire is what the NIA believes. And from the same exact location is where his cap has been recovered, as Arunima earlier put out in the day, that his cap was recovered by the NIA. Now the NIA is questioning one person, and it is believed that the NIA wants to probe if he met anyone at this place of worship, or if anyone came there, provided him any sort of a logistical support. That's the area of interest for the NIA right now, to probe that aspect. But he was seen in that location, and what we also know is that from there he's gone out of Bengaluru. He's ended up in Bellary. That takes a good 8 hours or so if you go via a car. But if he's taken public transport, if he's often changed, he's actually gone fast. He's reached there late night. He's reached Bellary, which means he exactly knew where he would go after placing this bomb at the Rameshwaram Cafe. And in the meanwhile, as we pointed out earlier, whether it's in Tumkuru or Bellary, both places, there are clear-cut leads for the police to believe that he had reached those places. Bellary is where we've got last information of him being there. But more worryingly is the fact that this information is of 29, the day the blast happened. Beg your pardon, the last Friday when the blast happened. And we've had a time lapse, a lot of time since then that he might have travelled. Has he travelled in the neighbouring state? Has he gone to some other state, or has he gone to a different district in Karnataka? That's a worry for the police, because there has been a lot of collapse in terms of time, and he could have travelled quite a bit in this entire last 5 or 6 days or so.
Okay, right, Harish, that 24 to 48 hour period that Arunma has been pointing out is the golden hour. That has passed. It's going to be a week tomorrow since the incident took place. Let's go back to our colleague Arunma to understand more now. Arunma, in the initial few days when the investigation was taking place, comparisons were made to a 2022 Mangalore incident in which a cooker bomb was used. Can you just tell our audiences about the different angles that the NIA, since they've taken over the investigation, is looking at?
See, when a blast happens, how does the probe team begin? They first look at the forensic report. That forensic report is still awaited, but there are preliminary findings which suggest that this was a nitrate-based explosive that was used, where nuts and bolts were packed in a very tight container. It was wrapped around with enough adhesive device and then put inside with the relay timer. It is like a bulb-like structure that was used, wire was used, and a 9-volt transistor battery. All of this is like a signature, it's like a technical signature which helps the probe team understand that where was this kind of an IED previously used, and that is why they started probing the Shimoga module and the Bengaluru blast, because the signature on both the IEDs seemed similar kind of transistor battery, similar kind of packaging, similar kind of timer device, digital timer device, and that led them to the Shimoga module, which was allegedly behind the Bengaluru blast. 2 engineering graduates, 1 BCom graduate, all youngsters in the age group of 23 to 25, they were arrested. The handler, though, is still missing. 2 foreign nationals, 1 foreign-based handler who reportedly goes by the name of Colonel. They're all still missing, and the NIA says that there is a possibility that they could have activated sleeper cells. Members who were part of their module who were equally radicalized, have they been activated now? Are those people responsible for the blast? That's the line of probe that the National Investigation Agency is taking at the moment. But till the time the suspect is arrested, it's all a shot in the dark.
Arunima, stay with us, please. I just want to take our audiences to some more breaking news we've got. Let's take a look. Okay, the Rameshwaram Cafe, which is where this incident took place, it's in Brookfields, and the breaking news we're sharing with you right now, it's set to reopen tomorrow. The owner had actually posted a message implying exactly this on social media. I believe the Chief Minister will be present at the reopening. My colleague Harish Upadhyay with us to bring us more details on the entire reopening. Harish, tell us please, do you see the Congress government as having been very careful about its messaging in the hours succeeding the blast and the days succeeding the blast, in terms of making sure that all messaging is very careful, very secular in terms of each step the leadership takes?
Well, absolutely. Remember, two things are at stake here. One, how the government responds to it. Whether quick enough or not, that's a question, because the BJP in the initial couple of days was asking why the NIA hasn't started probing this. And the other is, it is also attached to the image of Bengaluru, the brand of Bengaluru as an investment destination. And that is one of the main reasons why the government was constantly saying that there was nothing to worry. This was just one case, and they are very confident that they would crack this case very soon. And that's why tomorrow you are seeing, when Rameshwaram Cafe is reopening in the evening, you have the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, Home Minister, all of them confirming their presence over there for this particular event. It is also, remember, the owners of Rameshwaram Cafe have got just only around 2 days or so to renovate the whole place, fix the damages that the structure might have suffered, or the interiors might have suffered, and reopen the whole cafe. And they've done that, and tomorrow is also auspicious day, and that's one of the main reason why the owners seem to have decided to reopen the whole cafe tomorrow, exactly a week after this blast. Two things to mention here. In terms of the NIA probe, now the state government believes that while the NIA will be the lead agency, the CCB is not completely off the investigation. They too are continuing the investigation, and the state government here not willing to get dragged into any argument on why the MHA decided to probe this case without really seeking an explicit concern from the state government. The Home Minister maintaining that there is no issue with two agencies going ahead and probing the same case. Officers on the ground saying that there is a lot of coordination, so there's nothing to worry.
Harish, thank you. We'll of course have you bringing us all of the updates when the cafe is reopened tomorrow afternoon. Let's take our audiences right now to a short break. This is The Nation at 5. That was a story from Karnataka. When you return in a few minutes, we'll continue to bring you stories from across the country.